house that our Airbnb was in had this cute backyard, or rather the house was a square around this little space. Here's a quick room tour. There's a bed couch on the left side with a foldable table and TV on the right. We had a closet and some shelves on the stairs, and around the corner was the kitchen. Upstairs was the bed, and I found this space so cozy and comfortable. I slept so well here. And lastly, here's what the bathroom looks like. Buenos dias, and welcome to day 2. Yesterday was kind of a chaotic day. I didn't get much sleep the night before, and we got up very early to catch our flight, and then had to wait for a very long time to collect our suitcases at the airport, and it was raining the whole day, and it's supposed to rain the entire time while we're here, which is not ideal, but you know, we'll make the best of it. And then yesterday there were some complications with the apartment that we're staying at. But you know, things happen. We're trying not to let it stress us and just enjoy the vacation that we have. So right now we're going to go shopping at a mall because that seemed like the best thing you could do when it's raining. So let's go. Then we went to this thing called Icono. It's kind of like a photo studio. They have a lot of cool backgrounds and photo spots. And here are some of the things that we did there. small refresher break, and now we're off to the museum. Part of the campus of a university here, and as you may know, I will do 2 semesters abroad for my university degree, and one of them might be here. It's not certain yet, but if I were to be in Madrid, it would be here. Das ist so riesig, das Ding.
3, 2, 1.
Ich glaube, das ist mit Himbeere. Man kann es ja mal probieren.
Himbeere und Pistazie passt auch sehr gut zusammen.
Ja, und ich finde sehr lecker. Und die Süße davon ist dann der perfekte Kontrast zu der Schokolade. So, let's talk about my impression of Madrid. So when we first got here, it was very rainy, and honestly, the past like 3 days since we've been here, it's almost been raining non-stop. So that was kind of disappointing. And also, the first day was kind of a lot. I didn't get to sleep a lot the night before, and we had to wait at the airport for an hour to get our suitcases. And then there were some problems with our apartment because one of the ACs was broken and didn't work. And also, the ceiling was leaking from the rain. Like there was water pouring down into the house. So yeah, the first impression, to be quite honest, was not the best. Also, since like the way that we took to our apartment to get here, let's just say it didn't show the best size of the city. And that's normal, I guess. And I do acknowledge that even where I live, like Berlin, is also not the prettiest or cleanest place, but I still love it. I love the vibes and I feel at home there. But for the first 3 days of this trip, I didn't feel like I would grow to like the city as much as I would have liked. But I think that changed today. First of all, the weather was a bit better. There was still like a tiny bit of rain in the morning, but then it cleared up and we had some sunshine even, and it was warm enough to walk outside without a jacket, and I was really feeling the spring vibes, which is what I was hoping for on this trip. Honestly, even just the weather made everything look that much lovelier and I guess more easy to romanticize. And also I feel like I saw some of the prettier sides of the city today, and especially seeing the campus really changed something in my mood. I was saying this to my mom and she was kind of making fun of me for this, but I said that I felt like my inner eye had been opened and my frequency shifted to a higher level after seeing the campus, and I could really picture myself living there suddenly. Like I really liked the campus. It was so pretty, such a big space. We didn't even get to see everything, but there was a big green area, and seeing all the students as well made me more able to imagine myself in that situation as well. I suddenly felt so inspired, and so I feel like even if it does rain again, I'm gonna look at the rest of the trip from a totally different point of view and appreciate the city in a new way now. I do feel like I could make this my home. One thing I really like about the city is how queer it is. I always thought that the queerest place or the best place for queer people to be was Berlin. And Berlin is very much a queer city, but I honestly felt like Madrid was maybe even more queer than Berlin, or at least on a similar level. Like you see a lot of pride flags on the street and there's queer couples just casually walking around, whereas I feel like in Berlin that is present, but not everywhere. And honestly, I haven't been to every part of Madrid yet, but I don't know, it's just a feeling that I got and I felt very welcome here, so that's nice. And from what I've heard, out of all the Spanish-speaking places, this city is the most, or at least one of the most, vegan-friendly, which is also something that is very important to me. For this, Berlin is definitely the best place to live, I think. But since I know that in other places, in Spain for example, it's hard to even just be vegetarian, but here, maybe because it's the capital and it's a very young city, there is a lot of vegan awareness and places that offer vegan options. So with the prospect of potentially living here for multiple months, that is obviously something I would have to consider when choosing where to go. So that's a plus point. I like how everything is very much easily accessible, and I feel like a lot of the main attractions or things that I had saved where I wanted to go is kind of packed in a small area, and I love that it's a very walkable city. My mom and I walked so much these past few days. I think yesterday we had about 21,000 steps. And that's what I love about a vacation in a city. I love walking a lot. And I also feel like that's the best way to really get to know a city, is by just walking everywhere and discovering cute stores or streets that you otherwise wouldn't have seen. And I feel like only by walking and exploring a lot, you can really get to know a place for all it has to offer. And I'm also proud of myself for my Spanish speaking abilities. I feel like I've handled most situations pretty well so far. To be honest, I haven't had long conversations or anything, but at least talking to people in stores or restaurants or simple interactions in public spaces, I've been able to handle that quite well, which is something I was nervous about. And I don't understand everything that people are saying around me, but most of it, yes. And I don't know, I like the feeling of being surrounded by Spanish. And I've never been to any other Spanish-speaking place, so I don't know what it's like, for example, in Latin America, but the Spanish accent that they speak here is, I would say, quite understandable for someone learning Spanish as a foreign language like me. So yeah, all in all, I would say I really like the city and I'm excited to explore even more of it and to potentially spend a few months here for university. And even just in that sense, this trip has been pretty successful. Get ready with me to celebrate my friend's birthday. So, funny story, one of my closest friends from high school and me are here on vacation at the same time, and we didn't even plan it together. Like, it just turned out that we're both here at the same time, and today is her birthday. So I'm gonna go celebrate that with her and another friend of hers today. We're gonna go to a karaoke bar, and I'm actually not feeling that good right now. For some reason, I'm feeling very tired, so I don't know how long I'll be able to do it. I don't know how long I will stay out, but I still want to take the opportunity to see her, and I obviously prepared a gift for her as well, which I'm excited to give her. And then yeah, I'll just see how I feel. Oh my god, this eyeliner is so shit. I bought it here because my other one, I had it in the pocket of my jeans, and then I took it out and the cap was gone. So then it smeared all over my shirt and my pants, and I couldn't find the cap anymore, so I had to throw it away, and it was also getting really old, so I had to get a new one anyway. But this one, it just doesn't really get onto my skin. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but this is not it. I'll just have to work with this, but I might have to get a new one. Then I usually only do this for makeup. I don't actually use real makeup, just eyes and lips. Ooh, okay, that was a lot of fun. I'm going back to the Airbnb now. The others are moving on to a club, but not for me. Still had a lot of fun though. And actually the bar that we went to is just like 11 minutes walking distance from our Airbnb, so I'm walking. And I don't think I even have to worry about it being unsafe, because it basically doesn't even feel like night yet, if that makes sense. It's like just after midnight. And yeah, we ended up joining a big group of Spanish university students and had a lot of fun.
Das ist mein Method.